Yo, what's up, guys? Teacher Paul here, and today we have a coffee request. This one comes from Whiplash, and Whiplash is showing me the Dutch team, Oranje. Let's go. If you are an Oranje Legion, do a hashtag, comment a hashtag Oranje in the comments. Let me just read the message Whiplash sent me. He says, the World Cup is soon here, with the last friendlies being played and teams being presented. Really looking exciting. I think Netherlands and the Oranje Legion will be important for the tournament in many ways. This is their World Cup team and some expectations from pundits. Let me tell you one thing. One economist said that the Netherlands will win this year. And the crazy thing is that this economist has predicted the last three World Cups. He predicted it correctly in the last three World Cups, and it's not out of his head. He does extremely thorough data analysis, and he got three correct. Who knows? This is also going to be correct. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys. Let's go.
Taking a look at some more rosters, starting with the Netherlands. This is not their official roster yet. It will be released tomorrow. But here's a look at the projected roster for Netherlands at the World Cup. JD, what's standing out to you here?
The actual quality they have, I would say, in both defence and midfield. My only question mark is I don't really see a definitive goal scorer. I think in order to win a World Cup, and the only reason I'm putting that pressure on Netherlands is because they're almost forever the bridesmaids and never quite.
Gapco, crazy. Deepay, crazy good. Malen, dude, you guys have great attackers, man.
The bride, they
Although Malen did score a own goal last time I watched him play. But we forgive him because he scored, you know.
never really know how to get across the line. And I think about some of the forwards they've had in the history of their country. I think about Bergkamp, Van Persie. It's almost like you want that moment for them right now, like just to have that definitive number 9.
To bring in Justin's dad.
Justin's dad would have been good as well. I just look at the quality, and I think there's a lot of good midfielders in there. I'm not sure who's.
According to The Economist, they have such a balanced team. I think this is going to be a good World Cup for the Netherlands. In fact, the Netherlands has always been very good, but has never won the World Cup.
Actually going to step up and say to myself, this is my tournament to turn around and showcase what I can do. But I do believe in their leadership at the back. I like the experience they have in terms of Nathan Ake, Virgil van Dijk, Van Hecke. There's a good players back there. I'm just really worried about the quality in the forward line. Now, that being said, Donnell Marlin might be the most informed striker in the whole of Europe, and he might be looking at me right now like, what are you talking about? You seen what I've done for AS Roma? That's fair. That is very fair. But doing it at Roma, where everything is catered towards you, and now doing it at the international stage, is two different things. So over to you, Marlon.
Yeah, but the big question is, who's the Dutch team's all-time leading scorer? It's not Daniel Malen, it's Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay will play, unfortunately for Daniel Malen.
Is that how you say it? Depay, not Deepay? Why can't they have three strikers? What is the formation for the Netherlands? If they have a good defense, why not be aggressive? You know, I don't know. Maybe the midfield will be empty. What is the best formation for the Netherlands? I don't know. What do you guys think?
So that's the big thing that I think all of Dutch football is looking at right now is which version of Memphis Depay are you going to see? The guy that looks like he just rolled out of McDonald's, or the guy that we've seen during qualifiers that got the Dutch national team to the World Cup, and the guy that delivers in moments for the Dutch national team. But if we're going to go on players who are fit, Memphis Depay coming back from injury, this is the team that we put up in here. So you talked about the strength of the midfield, JD. What do you make of Tijani Reinders, who on paper, this is their best midfield, on paper, in terms of quality. But Tijani Reinders didn't finish the season playing quality minutes for Manchester City. You think that's going to impact Holland?
No, I actually think he'll actually have fresh legs, which is the most important part. I actually really like that midfield. That trio of Gravenberch, De Jong, and of course Reinders, who you just spoke about, I think is as good as any three across the tournament. I really do think on their day, they all play at elite levels. They all have showcased that they can be prominent players in their position. It's whether or not
they're playing Algeria tomorrow, aren't they? I think there's a match with Algeria tomorrow. I'm gonna check out their match. I need to know where to watch it though, because it's really hard, like, to find out where these matches are playing or showing.
You can find them in the right form and the right confidence, and most importantly, of course, availability. Can they remain fit? How fit are a lot of those players? going into this?
Did you just say that Frankie de Jong was one of the best in the world?
No, I said they all have the potential to turn around and showcase. I never once turned around and said to you Frankie de Jong wasn't. What you said earlier was he is one of the best players in the world. Frankie de Jong has never showcased to you that he is definitively one of the best centre midfielders in world football. Has he?
Barcelona fans, get at JD Dyer official.
Oh, well, you can call my handle again because I'd love for them to come out again.
Get at JD Dyer official. Barca fans incoming.
I'm not like you though. I won't read the comments and I won't respond. So it doesn't really matter.
I respect that a lot. It's never really been about talent for the Netherlands, because how many tournaments have we come into with saying this Netherlands team is top 3, top 5 in talent? Almost every single tournament. It's about mentality and team spirit. So many times in these big tournaments, we come in and we hear about fights within the Dutch camp. We hear about arguments between this player and that player.
Let's just pause to look at the odds over here. Win group, -30. Reach qualifier, +80. Reach semifinal, +450. Win World Cup, +2000. So a lot of people are not betting that Netherlands will win. They know that they're going to win the group, but they don't think it's going to be a World Cup win for them. They're not the favorites, right? But they could surprise. It wouldn't be a surprise if they go deep into the competition, but it would be their first win ever. I'll be honest, I want Brazil to win. We need our 6th win. And the reason is not because we're greedy. The reason is because we're too close to Germany and Italy. I know Italy is not a threat, maybe next time, but if Germany wins, they will tie Brazil. So Brazil needs that gap, to continue as the GOATs of World Cup. They need that gap. But hey, Netherlands is my top 5. As I've mentioned before, my number 1 is Brazil, number 2 is England, number 3 is Norway, number 4 is Netherlands, and number 5, South Korea. Those are the teams I'm going to keep my eyes close on and react to them.
Player wanted to be the starter in this position. Are we going to see a fight between Depay and Malen because one of them wants to be the de facto number 9? It's always with this Dutch team been, can they keep from fighting each other and put it into a complete team performance and maintain that focus throughout the entire tournament? The talent has never, ever been the question. And I have real doubts whether this Dutch team can pull it together, because I've never seen it before. I've never once seen it.
So then you guys might be surprised to hear that Netherlands are currently predicted to win it all. And that is coming from, so there's this German scientist who...
That's what I said. That's what I've been saying. So a German economist has predicted the World Cup winner.
Win it all, and that is coming from, so there's this German scientist a German economist, Joachim Clement, who has created this formula that has correctly predicted the last 3 World Cup winners, and that formula has predicted that the Netherlands are going to win it all.
Can I just say
you guys think that's going to happen?
Because this isn't really about numbers or feelings or everything else. If you believe that Netherlands is going to go past France and past Spain instantly back-to-back games, then cool, man.
I thought
just
numbers.
Stick to numbers, my guy.
I usually think numbers don't lie, JD. But
There's a lie in this.
Why are they laughing? He predicted correctly the last 3 World Cups. He predicted correctly. And why laugh at the Netherlands? Listen, France, okay. Mbappe is not, doing his best right now. Spain, okay. Number 1, favorite to win. But listen, don't underestimate a team that is hungry for the World Cup. Although Spain, could also be very hungry. We never know who's going to win. Why laugh?
Look, in all seriousness, I know that the confidence in this Dutch team may not be there in ways that it probably was in previous generations. But if we go back to 2022, where a lot of these players were part of that group, I mean, they almost beat Argentina. And it wasn't like
Argentina was the winner,
just chopped in chains off the pitch. It was a tale of 2 halves. So there are moments in there within this Dutch national team that can be unearthed. The big difference that I think will decide their fate isn't so much the players. it's going to be their manager and Ronald Koeman.
This guy right over your
He
shoulder.
is not the most popular person in Dutch football
It's
right
not,
now.
Well, because there's a reason, and I say it all the time. Like, your ex is your ex for a reason. We've seen this situation. We understand how this played out last time. And then what do you feel like is going to be any different? I tell people all the time, stop spinning the block. Sometimes you got to try something new, see what...
But look at this. Look at their recent results. They were third place. Recently, they were in the semifinals. They were runner-ups in 2010, and they were round of 16 in 2006, which is not bad. I mean, it's not good, but they have been improving, right? I mean, runner-ups in 2007, 2010, third place in 2014, and 2022, they almost beat Argentina, as they mentioned. That's crazy.
I see a fresh idea, a fresh face. As a player, can never question your quality. What you showcase in terms of the player, you're one of the best that's ever touched the football. As a coach, I'm still waiting for the trajectory, and I still keep seeing high-profile jobs being given. I still keep seeing you getting the biggest roles in the world. And yet,
Thank you, Nami,
haven't
for the
really
5
showcased or established
coffees.
yourself for a consistent basis of time.
Nami,
It's showcasing you're
kamsahamnida.
going to lead your national team now.
I wanted to see a lower third that said Netherlands stop spinning the block so bad.
It's a poor recycling of these same managers.
It's what the Dutch
over and
national
over
team
again.
do, though. And that's something to pick up with the Federation. Ronald Koeman is no Louis van Gaal. He's no Louis van Gaal.
Are we calling it insanity? 'Cause
Not even anywhere close.
Same formula, same results.
Yeah,
and they
not
think
even
it's gonna
anywhere
change.
close.
What development
This is going to be interesting. Listen, I react to videos from Sweden, from Japan. Tunisia, I've never reacted to anything from there. But it's going to be interesting because my audience is some of them from Japan, some of them from Sweden, and some of them from the Netherlands. So it's going to be interesting to see what you guys who are watching are going to, which team you're going to support. It's going to be quite interesting.
has he shown as a coach from the first time he had the opportunity to now he's having the opportunity? Well, what development has he shown?
Hi, Snapper.
The strength of this side that I think will decide their fate ultimately will come. You ask the question of who's going to get the goals. The strength of this Dutch side is in the back line. They build from back to front. There's
difficult group.
absolute quality in that back line. Denzel Dumfries can get you a goal. We've seen him in the U.S. or against the
Dumfries
U.S.
is
men's
good.
national team come up with big moments. It's good to see him back healthy, but he has a big decision to make, and that's where stubbornness has been his Achilles heel. As a player, and definitely as a manager, you can be stubborn as a player, but the national team manager, you're going to have to make a big decision. Do you start Memphis Depay at the World Cup?
He won't start Memphis.
In my opinion, he's stubborn enough to start him
won't start Memphis.
over the likes of Brian Broby and Daniel Mallon.
It's not about the Memphis, because no one could argue Memphis' quality. But when you're playing 11 against another nation who is riddled with just as much quality as you have, it's going to also come down to industry and work rate. And I will never, ever question what Memphis can do with the ball at his feet. But the other part of the game, which every coach I've ever worked under has turned around and said to me, you know who wins 90% of games? The team that works the hardest. If you have one person in your team who's not willing to put that hard graft in, all of a sudden, the whole body will fall apart. And that's where my question mark is overall when I just look at the Netherlands.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount Plus.
Pretty cool. Okay, Paramount Plus. So I think I'm gonna watch the game on BBC, or even on YouTube, Kaze TV from Brazil. That's gonna be cool. You know, watching the World Cup on YouTube. That's a first. But you know, I am so excited to see. I'm gonna check out the match tomorrow, Netherlands versus Algeria, and I can't wait to see what you guys have in store. I was a little bit skeptical with Brazil, and then they won 6-2 against Panama. They're gonna play now against Egypt, and I can't wait to see how it goes. But it's going to be interesting, and I hope you guys follow. Are you excited, Oranje? Do you think you guys have what it takes to win the 2026 World Cup? How are the spirits in the Netherlands right now? Are you guys happy? Are you guys worried? Are you guys confident? Are you guys doubtful? Let me know in the comments, and let's go. Okay. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Greetings from Germany. Good luck, Oranje. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. And let me know where the Oranje bus is, because I want to follow you guys. I want to follow the Oranje Legion in the World Cup and see what you guys are doing, invading the United States. Take care. Bye-bye.